Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Maj Nubien. Welcome to our YouTube page where we talk about the occult, metaphysical, paranormal, supernatural events and teachings. Tonight is story time. Thank you for tuning in. Before we start, we offer services of protection and defense against evil spells, hexes, curses, dark magic, any kind of dark magic, protection, defense against demons. It's a package that includes a few things. You'll have some talisman, some medallions, some teachings, some tools, some cleansings. This service will help you in all the areas of your life. They will remove some blockages and clear the path, and as well as protect you and defend you, spiritually speaking. We also offer a service for healing. I call that the holistic spiritual help for we specialize in with things like AIDS, herpes. So if you're interested in any of these services, please give us a call or text anytime on WhatsApp. Please, WhatsApp only. 917-651-6044. 917-651-6044. In case you didn't catch it, the number will be in the description at the bottom of the video. So let's start with our story. Remember, in magic, we say anything is possible in magic. Some will say you have facts, you have truth, and then you have magic. Logic and reason can take you but so far. So sometimes those stories that I'll be telling here are beyond reason. Makes no sense at all. But again, in magic, anything is possible. Time, space are function differently in the spiritual world. So now we're going to speak about the story of Josephine. Young, beautiful lady. She was born into a middle-class family. The story takes place at a moment she was in her early 20s. She's one of those young girls in high school, in college. She always wanted the finest stuff in life. Her parents, with the little means they had, were able to make sure she always had the nicest, the latest pair of shoes, latest fashion stuff, the latest, anything she needed. She never wanted or lacked for anything. But she had that thing. She always, to her parents should have more money, or they should be even wealthier, So let's say instead of, if she has an iPhone 12, she always told her parents, how come I can't have an iPhone 14? She always wanted to be looked as, the daughter of very wealthy people. But she didn't like or needed anything. So one day she went to a restaurant with her classmates, and she caught the eye of a young man. They were around the same age. He was probably 3 or 4 years older than her. She smiled. He approached her. He courted her, and everything. One thing she noticed, that the guy had almost everything. Like, by the way he dresses, even the car, the jewelry, even the type of phones he had. She could tell this guy, even though young, he's very, very rich. And that's what she was looking for. So they dated for a while. She never, anything she wanted, latest phones, the trips, anything she wanted. Now, Josephine's mother was a stay-at-home mom. Her father worked on a ship. He was almost a captain of a ship. So, one fateful evening, the boyfriend came to visit her. He said, "Hey, honey, how are you?" He called her. Said, "I'm outside your house. I parked outside. Please come join me." It was late at night, very late, almost midnight. She stepped out. She went inside of the car. They drove somewhere. They parked somewhere under a bridge. They started talking, kissing, and everything. But the boyfriend seemed preoccupied by something. One moment he would be happy, one moment he would be moody, sad. So Josephine, caring, she said, "Hey, baby, what's wrong? The whole evening you've been very down and everything." He said, "I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I love you so much. I trust you. But I don't know if I should tell you. He started crying. Okay. Josephine kept insisting, like, "Baby, tell me what's wrong." Finally, he said, "You see that bag, that suitcase that I brought?" She said, "Yeah." He opened it. It was filled with money, like a lot of money. A lot. He told her, "I'm in a bit of a pickle. If you can help me out with what I'm going through, I promise this whole suitcase is yours." She said, "Well, I love you, you're my baby and everything. I can do anything for you." He asked her, "You sure?" She said, I'm willing to do anything for you." He asked her 3 times. She kept saying, "Yes, I'm willing to do anything for you." So, in the back seat, there was a small bag. Inside of the bag, there was a little kitten. Yeah, a baby cat, a little kitten. Oh, so he's so cute and everything. So the boyfriend grabbed the cat. He said, "This cat is very special to me. When my parents passed away, they left me with this cat. But the cat requires a very unusual type of food." And he was telling Josephine, "My cat hasn't eaten in days. If I don't feed him tonight, he's going to die. And if he dies, I'm afraid something bad might happen to me. So if you really love me like you say you do, if you do me this one solid, I promise, that suitcase of money is yours." So Josephine asked the boyfriend, "So what can I do to help you?" He said, "I only need one thing. Let that kitten suck on your breast. Let him suck on your, I think it was the right breast." She said, but deep down, her intuition was saying, "That's weird. Why would I'm a human. Why would a cat?" Anyway, she looked at the suitcase. There's money there. She said, "Well, if that's all I have to do." He said, "Yeah, he's a very unusual cat. That's all he wants." But she said, "But what if I go to the supermarket and get him some milk?" He said, "No." The boyfriend said, "No. That's what he likes." She said, "Okay." All right. So she grabbed the little kitty and put the kitty's mouth on the right breast. The kitty started sucking it. He sucked it for a few. After a while, the boyfriend said, "Okay, that's enough. That's good. He's full now." Mind you, there was no milk coming, but that's what the kitty loves to do. So, the boyfriend gave her the suitcase. He drove back to her house and dropped her off. As soon as she got in the bathroom, she was about to take a shower. She noticed there was something wrong with her breast. I'm on YouTube. I have to be careful what I say. Something wrong with her breast. It's itching. It's itching, it's really itching, and it's gotten a little swollen. All right. She downplayed it. So maybe, maybe because the cat was biting it. All right. She went to sleep. A few hours later, she wakes up. Her breast, something wrong with her breast. She kept scratching. She went to the bathroom. She takes her shirt off. What she notices is her breast is starting to rot. The breast is starting to rot and smell real bad. For some reasons, her mother heard her that night. The mother was just coming also to use the bathroom. It's a family bathroom. And the mother caught her, half naked with her breast, that part of her breast. The mother got so shocked and she started screaming like, Josephine, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your breast? At first, she didn't want to say anything. They took her to the hospital. The doctors did all the exams and everything. They said, listen, we can see with our eyes that your breast is rotting. But when we do all the tests, exams, blood tests and everything, it comes negative. We can't find anything. But we're going to keep you in the hospital for further observation and everything. A day went by. She's getting worse. Another day goes by. Now, the rest of her body starts suffering. So she finally tells her mom. She confesses to her mom what happened. She said, well, my boyfriend took me somewhere, and so they tried different hospitals, nothing. But she's dying. Ultimately, they decided to go see one of the witch doctors. A witch doctor, as soon as they walked in, he looked at her, he sat her down. He explained to her that this is what your boyfriend did. In fact, he's part of a secret society where during certain times they have to make a sacrifice. So the reason why he chose to court you in the first place is like when you fatten a cow to let her kill it so you can eat it. All the little gestures, the money, the trips, the expensive gifts, it was to fatten you up so he can sacrifice you. That night, he couldn't find somebody else. So he chose you as, The mistake you made was when he asked you 3 times in a row, do you really love me and you're willing to do anything for me? You kept saying yeah. By saying that 3 times, it was a verbal contract. And in the spiritual world, a contract is a contract. You cannot break it. It's not like in the physical world. You gave him access and permission to do what he did. By the look of things, if you guys came to see me when the issue started, I could have helped you. It's so advanced right now because the cat he used, although the little kitty looked human physically, in the spirit world or on the astral plane, that was a demon. And that demon, the way to give offerings to that demon is to let that little cat suck on the breast of any girl. So the witch doctor kept saying, your boyfriend, he has the habit of doing that. That's how he stays young, and that's how he stays wealthy. By now, he probably has moved on to the next, go somewhere and moved on to the next victim. Also, when you took that money, you accept that payment. It's a form of payment. Plus the verbal agreement you gave him. You basically sealed your fate. And by what I can see, he's very advanced in the dark arts. So that's how he was able to get you. And he looked at her and said, listen, I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I can do. It's too advanced. You're rotting, you're losing your life force. I'll give you less than a week. So the mother started crying. In the meantime, when things started really getting bad, the mother was able to contact Josephine's father. So when Josephine's father arrived, she had like a day or two to live, and they tried to contact the boyfriend. The number was no longer available. Like it was as if the number never existed. It was as if she met a ghost or something. It disappeared and vanished. So, a day or two later, Josephine gave her last breath. It was very sad. Can you imagine a mother losing her only daughter? Because she was an only child. A mother, a father, they lost their daughter. Now, some people will be tempted to judge her, to condemn her, like, oh, her appetite for material things was too huge. How come she just couldn't be content with what her parents were giving her? Which is true. But, ladies and gentlemen, my point here is not to judge, condemn. I'm just giving you what happened. It's a true story, by the way. Now, like I said, with magic, if you try to look at this story from a logical sense, it makes no sense. But that's the beauty of magic. Anything is possible. You'll be amazed what people can do. You'll be amazed what people are willing to sacrifice. The practices that people partake in to stay young, wealthy, and powerful. Take whatever lessons you can from this story. God rest Josephine's soul, whatever she is. May this be a cautionary tale to young men, young girls. We have a free will. The Creator of all gave us free will. We can do whatever we want, but remember, He does not protect us from the consequence of our actions. All our actions, decisions have consequences. This is Mahesh Nubia. Thank you for tuning to Story Time. God bless.